Why is this?
What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at a hand history from WCOOP 25K from a few days ago. So let's see the first kind of hand that flashed to me. So Lena opens pocket jacks. Davy Jones gonna
King the three bet
call,
flat. Okay.
and then we're gonna see this wonderful flop. Now, what do you guys think Lena should be doing?
Do we ever three bet fives in
Bet.
this spot?
I would
No.
say probably not at a final table or whatever this is.
Yeah, it's a final table. I think I'm checking jacks here
Oh,
with
also,
intention to check raise.
this is the actual stone bubble of a 25K.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There's
who's
eight left.
covered?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh. Hmm. I would say if you had something that was driving the out of position betting range, it would be a hand like this, but risk premium is pretty large, so I would probably play check and proceed cautiously.
Are
Okay.
Oh,
you
do it.
are you planning to check raise or just check call, Galen?
Oh, probably check call. I'm being very cautious here.
Okay.
Maybe
We're
check
we're
raise is okay.
we're so
Doesn't
screwed.
it feel doesn't it feel like being cautious here though is more like betting because you're afraid of the overcards? I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying when you're in this situation, you want to be cautious. Isn't it? Well, I don't. Doesn't that drive you to say I don't want to see another card?
I kinda see what you're saying, Scotty, but I
And how
think
wrong is?
like you're gonna put yourself in some really nasty situations if you're not careful.
Okay.
You're probably supposed to size up a little if you do bet here.
What size?
I don't know,
More.
50, 60%?
Like pot?
I don't think you go pot. I don't think you
Not
really
that
have
big.
pot. I don't think you really have pot size on extremely high ICM situations like this.
Yeah.
In this spot.
Can
Are
we
you
do
playing
this
for
in the AI?
You
Can we
yes.
run it?
you probably could
We
solve this.
my sim wasn't for drag bubble, it was for normal ATM.
Okay.
Oh,
So let's have a look
you
at,
already ran it then,
this.
I guess.
Lena goes for a bet small here, which I think is a little bit, you know, I don't really understand the bet small here.
It
It's
it
on
probably
it.
bets.
Like if I had a stand here, I would probably want to either size up or check. Jacks, I think it's prime candidate to want to size up. Queens want to size up. Like kings, okay. Like we can like maybe, not size up so much because we don't need like that much protection. But okay, so he goes small. Um,
Davy fake tanks.
I think we're underestimating the risk premium, what it's gonna do here. I don't think you're gonna like really do a bunch of like, I mean, typically I would agree. I think you are gonna do like a lot of sizing up in a situation like this. But like, now what do you do?
so this is where the hand got really kind of interesting for me because this is where I'm like, I don't see how like, are you just calling here?
In your mind, Louis, you've already lost the tournament, I think. I think you've already lost the tournament.
I don't know, but I'm here with my jacks and I'm like, I don't block any tens.
Of course, I understand exactly where your mind is, but
Block Jack
I don't
10.
And then
I
if
don't
you
know,
look
man.
at I also don't know. Like this guy's 25 big blinds. It's not like he's gonna go broke in five hands, right?
Well, I look at this and I'm like, what kind of I don't know, dude. Like, what kind of bluff supports this type of click range?
Yeah.
This is like designed to get your complete air balls to folds, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, do you think that any I don't know, ace three offsuit or ace deuce offsuit makes a click like this ever?
I
Do you
mean,
think
Doesn't
like
have that
I
pre-flop.
don't think he has
Doesn't have
the,
those, yeah.
the problem is you're gonna get
That's the
three
weird
bet by a
thing.
lot. Yeah, you're gonna get three bet by a lot of that kind of stuff if it chose to
Exactly.
pre-bet pre-flop. So he's not playing call with a bunch of stuff. The stuff he plays call with is like very strong traps, and like these pairs, and maybe some
Almost
suited.
every click bluff would have 3-bet pre. It's like king 6 suited, or like ace 3 suited, or like 6-8 suited, maybe 6-8, something like that. But why would
Maybe.
he click? He could play call. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of how that's kind of how I see it too. So like when we get clicked here,
Very often
I feel like
10x or a set.
yeah, we're completely screwed. And I think some 10x is gonna be cautious here. Like if he's got 9-10, you think he's doing this?
no?
Maybe the click size allows him to go wider for value and put in some more 10x, but I
Yeah, I
don't know.
don't
I
even,
don't know. It
I
seems
don't
dicey.
even, I don't even think king 10 would raise here in position. Like it has to be either ace 10 or something worse. No?
if you were Davey, would you do this click raise or would you just call to keep in everything?
I mean, he's got a
Rough,
great hand to click it with. His click makes a ton of sense.
cuz you wanna kind of protect the guy from an overcard if he has a 10. Like, you wanna like, not give him a chance to like, have an ace on the turn and then, kills the action or something like that. So there's some merit in raising, but
So both hands are afraid of overcards.
I think you should I think you should try to, produce something like this in a tool.
yeah,
Because, I think it's gonna be, uh, I think these guys are probably playing it both very well to this point.
yeah,
I'd be very tempted just to play call if I was Davey though. Like you get so much, man.
yeah. And
I
then
mean,
Would you
on,
run
Galen.
it here?
So get Galen. So what are you doing with like sixes, sevens, eights, nines? Are you playing just call with those two?
I would play call, probably see a turn.
What about 6, 7 of clubs?
Call. Dude, the raise range should be very, 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 very little. Like it shouldn't
Yeah.
be a huge part of the range.
yeah,
So that makes sense to raise, and you're gonna have some bluffs, right? So maybe some wheel aces.
I
So
could see
king,
that.
king six of like hearts and clubs or something. You got king six suited here, right? Like
See, Ken and I name the same combos. Ken, it's Stone Bubble. We think those would 3-bet pre most likely.
Right. That's why it's kinda interesting. Because, yeah, those ones are the ones that make sense, but they're also the ones that are probably, not there anymore.
right.
So what is button free bet percentage? Pre-flop.
Pretty polar here, probably, and maybe I don't know. It's
12.
15%. Pretty. There'd be a lot of stuff in there.
daddy is here in the big blind, so maybe he has
Uh,
to. But then it's LP versus LP and he's the button and so yeah, he is gonna be pretty wide, honestly.
yeah, he still gets the 3-bet fold if this guy in the big blind wants to get out of, spicy. The 3-bet's only going to be like 2.5x, right? So 2.4, something like that.
Yeah, so that was the first like very interesting point of the hand that I've noticed. Uh, for me here, I don't know, it would be tough to play jacks. So first thing
Oh,
that I see like
oh, Louis, you're going broke here. You're broke. You just lost the tournament right there.
well, like Lena is not going broke on this board. So he just calls, which I think like is, you
The
know,
alarm bells are going off. He got
Uh,
clicked. He's like,
it
danger.
would be very tempting for me to just like say, okay, I'm probably against a strong 10. I probably want to play for stacks, but then, is a strong 10 ever really playing like this?
so I got a question too. Does Davey have some top of range? I imagine he has some really strong call flats to the open with the big stack behind him. Does he like flat some strong overpairs?
Yes.
Mm,
I don't think he's three betting all of that stuff pre-flop.
yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know
Like,
either. I'm not sure how to play it. I'm not sure about that spot.
Very interesting to see that right away, like he just calls. And it doesn't seem to be like he's not like deep in the tank, like he's like just it seems to be a standard call to him. So that was the first interesting point. Now the turn. Then so you're probably stuck in here,
Does he
right?
find the fold? Does he find the fold like the goat? No, he plays call still. Okay.
Yeah, so no flats with top of range.
And then the
He's gonna get
last,
piled on and he's gonna
yeah,
fold.
that's the other interesting point in the hand. So would you fold here on the stone bubble?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You beat a stone cold bluff, that's it. He's got all the fours, five, sixes. He's gonna have 5, 6 even, 4, 5 even. He's
Yeah,
gonna have
it's
all that
never
kind of,
just a 10 anymore, right? Like that's out.
never just a 10.
Okay. Well, look at
But
this.
depends if I'm playing good or not. Honestly, I could punt.
Did the turn go check check?
Nope. He bet 6.
He plays call, doesn't he?
Ends up calling you. So I
Yeah.
was looking at this hand. I was like, oh my God, such a great play on the flop. He's not losing his stack. And then on the turn, it was like, okay, it's close. Then on the river, I was like, okay. But then he calls it off, and I was like,
So
hmm.
like if the six was like maybe a spade, a club, or a heart, you can maybe talk yourself into him missing some backdoor flush draws, right, on the river. But like not much missed here that he's bluffing, if anything.
I wonder if he's like turning a hand like 6, 7 into a bluff here or something like that.
Well, Davy Jones is a criminal. Okay, so
Possible, but it's still not really much, right? Like it's just not, it's only a couple combos, if that is it.
Well, you gotta dig somewhere to find a call with jacks. Like,
Yeah.
This guy must be a blaster to
he's
get
gotta
paid
be.
here.
He's gotta be. It's not like he's turning ace 10 into a bluff and Lena's calling it with ace 10 here, like calling to beat ace 10. He obviously thinks the guy's got like ace 3 some of the time or some of that kind of stuff in there.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I thought
there's
that,
too much we can't know. Like, I don't know, maybe he thinks the guy won't three bet enough with certain combos and then he's bluffing them more.
yeah, so
What
the
up, Louis?
bubble again, right? Stone bubble. Um, okay, wait, where is it?
Danny posted the range,
I
the
saw.
Yeah,
flop
see.
range.
I mean, maybe this one will be different in game because we're both bubble and FT.
Yeah. I just wondered why we were reverse linear in the offsuit aces. That's and not, why ace deuce is so much more than ace 5. Given that you're folding him. I don't understand that.
We get more ace X to fold with ace two. Ace
Do
two,
we have
ace three, ace four, ace five to fold, ace five.
Oh, could you show us,
But
Louis?
that's
Or
only,
I
but
think
that
it's
only
that
makes sense
we're
calling
his
the ace
the
5.
worst pair he opens is pocket fives, Scotty. So I think we're just picking kickers under the pocket fives.
Okay.
Where did you put it, Danny?
But I don't know why the deuce does it more than the three and the four. It's in chat,
Zoom chat.
Zoom chat. Because nothing else in his range has any deuce, three, four, or five in it except the suited wheel aces, and he's opening all of them equally. Pure.
I'm surprised he's not going pure with those pairs.
Maybe to do with the ranges behind after we three bet. Like,
You have it said that the big blind is like super chip leader, right? Or no?
big blind has, yeah, he covers 61 here. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Right,
this looks
so
somewhat realistic.
majority fold, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's all zero.
Did they queen fold? UTG too?
What is this, by the way?
This is a 25K WCOOP that came out a few days ago. We had
World
like
Series.
Lena900 that bubble. We still have LLinusLove here. There's many great players here.
Sean
Also,
Deeb's there. Fish 2013.
Yeah,
That's not Sean Deeb, but he is a good player.
it's somebody. I've seen Pads talking about that guy before. I don't know who it is.
Fish is not Kuznetsov,
It's a big
or
raise.
no? Or no, it's Mikita,
Could be.
isn't it? Mikita Badzikowski?
I'm
I
looking
thought
it
I
up.
thought it was Sean Deeb.
Yeah, it's Mikita. It's Mikita.
Yep,
Mikita
right.
Badzikowski.
really, fish.
The
Yes,
pride
sir.
of the pride
Oh.
of Belarus.
Look at this click. I thought for sure it was just going in.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like when they three bets that large, they're really not a fold range.
So the guy, Ace Spades 11, that's, Mark Radoya, whatever his name is. He's pretty good too.
Okay.
Let's see who Davy Jones is.
He's a
That
wreck.
guy's a criminal.
He's gotta be a wreck.
No.
Cash game player, annual 40K. David Jones.
196 people watching. All right, so this is a high roller. How many people are left now that the bubble broke? It's probably not
Cash
that
game
many.
player, recreational.
It's
Potato.
What do you mean
literally
recreational?
those can, and you have the payouts here.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
so the final table was the bubble,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
basically? Okay.
Whoa. Look at this guy folding A7 suited.
Yeah, it's first under the gun open.
What do you wanna do?
Oh, okay, yeah. No? Three bet maybe?
Mm,
Middling stacks, pretty rough, but you could, you know.
so you're 41, you got 42 bigs versus the chip leader. And there's 1, 2, 3, like, this is a pretty high risk premium. I would be surprised if you're taking all of your suited aces.
So you gotta take like ace 5, ace 4 for sure, no?
Sometimes, I think.
No, this one's better, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, we're
I don't
not
know
playing
why.
any.
Ace nine, maybe?
We have very few flats in this spot, right?
I don't think you're
Yeah, we're
playing
talking about
any
three bet.
flats. Yeah, I don't think you're playing any flats, Ken.
So
You
over
just go 5.5,
25 bigs,
yeah.
I think we get to play some flats. I think 25 and under, you never flat. But it's not much of a range, but I still think you get some flats.
Maybe.
I would flat ace jack suited.
That's it.
I wouldn't flat this. Don't get me wrong.
No.
I'm not saying we should flat
Yeah.
this hand. I'm just saying I think we do have some. I'm just trying to think how you would structure
Ace
that
queen
range.
suited. Yeah. What do you do with ace ten suited though? That's annoying. Maybe that's your three bet bluff and you forget about the other junk.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see a range here.
Yeah, me
You
too.
might just fold ace 10 suited.
Would love to see
I don't
range.
know.
Anyone can run a sim?
Just
I
pull up a
mean,
whiz, see if you
we
can
get a
find something.
reasonable idea from GTO Wizard, right?
Yeah,
Something
I'll
like
Yeah.
HRC.
Oh,
It's a
it's
little
again.
deep, it's a little deeper for an ICM sim. It's gonna take a little while to run. So I would just look to see if you can find something comparable. So 8436 is pretty
Can you
good.
take a screenshot? Can you go back for a sec, Louis? Let me grab a screenshot. I don't think it'll take too long.
Our
Right.
three bets will probably
You're
be
good.
only ace X blockers. I don't think we'll have any king X
I'm good,
blockers.
Louis. I'm good.
So
Thank
this
you.
sim also is actually, this is a little lower risk premium. Before you look at the range, look at the bubbles, click the bubbles so we can see
LP,
what,
Hold
go
on, one
back
other
real quick.
thing, make it a 200-man field instead of 1,000.
whoa.
We removed it, I think.
We
You
can,
don't have an option for that.
okay, the
Well,
bubble.
final table's final table. I guess it don't matter.
And then we're
Okay,
like low
so
jack against hijack, no? Or like under the gun
it
one
should
against low jack.
be, yeah, UTG1 versus low jack would be, what you wanna look at there, I think.
Okay. So UTG1 versus low jack.
Not the highest risk premium, but, it's the other one for low jack though, so it's 11.1%. This is a lower risk premium, so whatever you see here will be amplified in the actual scenario.
That's
But
still
we can
pretty
look at,
high.
it's still reasonably high, so we
Yeah.
can look at it. So if you click the low jack range, and you see like ace ten suited is actually even starting to fold. All of the suited ones are just kinda like pretty nuked here. So if this is what this range looks like, the one in the actual game is gonna be even more extreme than
So
this.
there is some king X blockers. I'm surprised. I thought it would only be ace X here for the blockers, bluffs. I wouldn't
Ace
have any
jack
of the
is,
kings. I'd have more of the aces, so whatever.
Oh,
right. Ace jack's not a bad flat though for what you were, whoever said that. I think it was Danny.
Yeah. I said ace, and then I amended to like ace queen suited pure, ace jack suited, I don't know, and then ace 10 suited probably bluff or fold already.
They're both very high, both good flats.
The flats don't go away till around 25 bigs. You're always gonna have, usually always have some weight of flats when you're over 25, but I think generally 25 and under, they're gone.
Is that a final table only heuristic or is that,
High risk premium spots, so could be that way on
okay,
the bubble, I think, as well. Maybe final table and then, yeah, final table bubble and then final table, I think.
okay.
Yeah, it sounds right, Ken.
hmm. What do you do here? An offsuit ace.
Versus the chip leader, I don't think you're gonna be too creative.
But you're gonna have to three bet some of them anyway, right?
I think maybe the most polar of the bunch, because you're 52, you're third in chips versus first in chips, so you're gonna have
And
very, very few bluffs, and it's probably gonna come from like ace deuce off or something.
yeah, because he's opening much wider than a chip EV range there, so he has really some shitty offsuit aces in his range as well, so he can go down further for the bluffs, right? He could
Yes,
be opening. He might be opening ace 5-0 there, right? Like,
could. You basically you need to find chip leader and then second in chips in the big blind or something close, second or third in chips. So that's not, I mean, the average is so high. You need to find a lower average and try to find. How about that one at the bottom one? You see 65 open, 55 defend? There's a 15, a 25, a 35. This is not gonna be as high, but it'll simulate kind of the behavior. You see how polar it is? It's basically like ace kings and then your bluffs are coming from ace of deuce.
yeah,
You
now
got
look at
like,
his opening rate. See how wide his offsuit aces are. I think he's going to be pretty wide too, which is why we could go so far
No.
down.
We jam ace king off for 50.
yeah, you're just not fucking around at that point, Arturis. Like there's no games to be had. Like you're just, next hand, please.
Okay.
What's his open range look like?
What does he call?
But
Yeah,
what's our value to balance ace king?
so he does have ace 5 in there. I thought
Nothing.
it would show
Ace,
up.
ace,
Ace king is the value to balance ace king.
It's
ace,
the
king
value
suited.
and the bluff. It's
Yeah.
And what
beautiful.
does he call versus
You
ace
don't,
king?
I don't even think you care, Danny. I think it's like, you don't care. You could say like to him, I have ace king and I just want you to fold, you know?
That's basically what you're doing if he knows the range.
Exactly. Like what else is in a 50 big blind jam range? It's just ace king, man. Fold, let's go to next.
Right.
It's
He
like if
ended
you
up,
weren't gonna, if you weren't gonna fold, you would have called already.
Right, yeah, yeah.
he ends up folding.
So
He just lets it go, huh? That's not too, that's kinda interesting.
Oh,
Cannot be wrong.
He forgot about the call button. He's in my final table mindset. He's like 3-bet or folds.
Okay, I think this hand we skip, but I thought it was interesting. So first off here, what do you guys think we should do with ace nine?
Flatting's never gonna be a bad answer here, but the obvious answer is you could 3-bet him.
Okay, so somehow it was pure flat, never three bet.
Hmm,
Well, both big
Oh.
stacks and they don't want to play a big pot, maybe. That's why
maybe
you
it's
After
something
said.
to do with that.
after open and called, what do you think that is this a defend?
No.
your
No.
call.
Okay, so based on the one I looked at, it was a defend.
Pure call.
yeah, your call.
Do you call 9-4 suited? That's the question.
No.
And I don't know if, I think you still do.
I think I'd be in
Can't
with
make,
9-7.
you
I'm
can't
out
make
with this.
straights.
I
9-6, okay, you
know.
can argue.
Bet or check here if you're David Jones.
Bet small.
That's small.
I would bet as well, but he checks. He ends up
Yeah,
checking.
check a lot. Mono boards are highest frequency checks and it's multi-way. It's gonna drive up your
Yeah.
checks even more.
You can range check even.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
dude,
true.
this Davy Jones is out here playing some street poker.
Yeah. And then two pair hits. Look at that.
I hope there's a 6 on the river.
We check again. That's crazy, right? Like now you don't like it's hard to get value, I guess, but I'm tempted to
Now
check it.
Now he's gonna bet.
Yeah, certainly would have built a pot, right? Just so hard to get calls.
And then what do you do here if you got two pair?
Call one.
Just call.
You got boat outs, so maybe call one? I don't know.
Try to get there.
If you hit your boat, are you betting out?
Nope.
Probably not.
He won't
Alright.
say it.
Good question. I think we do.
Okay, is this a value bet on the river?
Yes.
I mean, you have the second nuts effectively, so. Yeah,
Yes, you
Quite
you
large
value bet
too, I
about,
think.
you value bet about half pot and fold to a jam?
Yeah, I go like 8.
I'll go 7, 8.
Somebody here was arguing for checking back here.
I don't like checking back. I don't
I
wanna bet
hadn't
big
seen the
either.
flop action, buddy. I thought the flop and turn both were bet.
Okay. Somebody hadn't seen the flop
I,
action.
I wasn't gonna mention any names.
Louis.
I wasn't gonna mention any names, but if you wanna come out
I'm
of the
gonna,
closet.
I'm gonna bet 4 or 5 big blinds here.
However, if we were in the hand here against the small blind with this action, I would still advocate for a check back, potentially.
So
Cause he just can like check put our life miserable with a bluff or an ace of spades.
why am I thinking that
So spades.
like 4 or 5 is just not enough? I'm feeling like you
Alright,
want to make it.
what's your value target, James, if you're betting large? You think he's gonna
Well,
call with
smaller
a naked?
flushes, right?
You think
I
he's
mean-
just gonna call with like the 8 of spades versus like 8 big blinds?
We have 8 of spades.
No, well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
What's
it's
the point stance?
probably not. Probably not. Maybe I don't know.
Probably
I'm sure
not.
this is a fine size. It's 50%, whatever.
This, I think 5, somewhere between 4 and like 6 pushes all of those middling flushes to the point of indifference.
Do you have less than half pot in your game, in position on the river?
Yeah. In this
Against good
spot I do.
players?
At a final table, absolutely.
Against good players, really? Okay, I didn't know that. I could see versus like Rex that you're just begging that, you know, you wanna get a call, you're not worried about getting raised, but
I mean, this is a very hard. Where are the bluffs coming from on this board?
Do we have one?
I
You
mean,
probably
can
want
you?
to unblock straights. You probably don't want any tens, any eights, any aces. I don't know. 6, 7 of fucking clubs or something. I don't know.
Okay, do you open jam here? Was open jamming easier?
You can definitely open jam from this position and that stacked up. Do you want to do it with queen jack is the only question I have, and I think it's okay.
15 slam dunk. I don't know. 17.5. I'd probably just still 2x, but probably in there. I don't really
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I kind of understand what you're saying, Ken, but look at the chip distribution.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of short by a reasonable enough margin where you're not
Say,
holding on
say,
to
say
too
you
much.
two, yeah, say you 2x and then the guy jams on you. What do you do?
Well, you gotta fold,
Oh,
right?
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if it's a pure jam, honestly. I'm just saying how I would just take the more passive action at this stage, especially in my games, because I feel like I got enough chips to where I can still beat most of the players at
Maneuver.
my table, but not in this game.
That's a good point.
Mm, he's jamming into covering stack, so.
He
Okay,
needs
so
to be the shortest by a reasonable bit, and you need to be above 15 big blinds too. Like you need it, you really need 16 or
That's pretty
17.
good there, right? He's
That's
not
not
the
bad.
short. He's not the shortest, but there's only one shorter.
no
He
jamming.
needs to be like
Yeah, but there was a
17.
shorter stack, so that could
There's a
change.
12, yeah, there's a 12 there, so
And
that,
20.
that does change it a smidge.
Yeah, a bunch of 20s were
Try
also.
that one, try that one. You're probably still not gonna see a lot of jamming. You might see a little more, but.
Look
Okay,
at
see
that.
now it's different, see? You can jam a little bit.
Is that
Okay,
is that going to be the same if you're, let's just say, in the hijack or the low jack when you're the short stack? You know, almost by two here.
That honestly, it's a still characteristic typically. That behavior is gonna dissipate really quick as you move around the ring. Like I would already think like the hijack, you may not even see jams.
Oh, he's gonna run into
Uh-oh.
queens now.
Right,
He
and
saved his life, and now he's dead. Jumps right into
but
the buck.
so ace 5 is ace 5 gonna play here?
Maybe not.
Yes.
if he
I would,
doesn't, ace queen is.
alright, so let's think about this real quick. Alright, he's got 27, the
It's gonna get
table
ugly fast.
arrangement. He's
Nine.
gonna get boxed up quite a bit here, opening into Davy Jones's big blind with jam stacks behind. What does he fold? I don't know.
I'm still
I
gonna
would,
open it,
I would
but
probably I would probably open it, but I
I'm,
would not be surprised.
I'm for sure folding ace 4 suited. But
For
ace 5,
sure.
I'm probably just still gonna stick 2 in and live with it.
Yeah, I think I'm opening ace four, ace five both. With
Yeah,
folding
I'm
ace
out with
three,
ace.
ace six.
I'm out with ace 4.
What about ace nine? Or what are you doing with ace nine there, Ken?
Yeah, I mean that's way up. That's honestly, I might fold like ace 6, ace 7, just open like ace 5, ace 8, ace 9.
Okay, let's see what he does. He goes for it. Oh, now it's
Ace
gonna be a
queen,
party.
just jam.
Oh man, Jasper
Never.
has a really, really interesting spot here. Yeah, Louis is right. You never jam. But what do you
Okay.
do? What do you
He's
do
Don't you
with it?
fold?
It's a 3 bet.
Three bet fold.
Yeah, it's a 3 bet or fold. 3 bet.
Oh, and then freaking
Tens and queens.
Fish is gonna get out. Fish is gonna survive.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Four times there.
It's cuz it's gonna be a 3 bet or fold here, and if he's probably gonna 3 bet it.
Is it
And
ever a fold?
now Fish lives. Fish gets
Uh,
out.
Now it's a fold.
Now,
Queen takes it
now
down.
what does Davy do? Does Davy just pile?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 27 effective, sure. There's 10
But
in the middle.
what if he just made a small 4-bet to induce?
Oh, what if he
Out of
does click?
position.
Like
But you,
8
but,
bigs or something.
but you don't have a click fold range, so I don't think clicking makes a lot of sense. And if you only go to 8, you don't leave any room to fold. So I think he's just gonna have to jam.
What do we do with tens here closing the action?
Oh man, you might fold.
That's
Fold.
right. You're in hell.
You might fold, Ken. Yeah, maybe.
Jacks maybe a fold. I don't know.
Maybe you
Although
fold
it's 60
jacks.
bigs, I would jam tens too.
Queens is a jam. I think jacks is a fold.
Pretty interesting spot right there. Flat or fold.
Just a fold now, right?
I would fold.
We don't chase backdoors much. We are pretty deep though. Maybe you could peel one this deep.
I just
He
don't know
has
what.
the card of the suit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a chippy V thing though, like, or
yeah.
I don't know if. I don't know if you really wanna hold on to that. in
No,
this
I typically don't. I see end pressure there. That shit's going.
I think it's a fold because you're under the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
call,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
For sure.
Pocket eights, I think would be a call, but he still finds the call, like.
And
Now
that's the
you're
same.
kind of in a interesting spot here. He finds a big bet, wow.
Oh yes.
Blasting away.
Yeah, that's pretty brave. Alright, Linus should open this. Jess.
King eight could probably three bet.
I don't know about this arrangement, but maybe you're right, Ken.
Chip leader.
He is chip
Yeah.
leader, but it's,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a kind,
Maybe.
it's kind of an early open is my only thing that I would think about. But yeah, I mean, it's probably fine.
I mean, I think I'm just shoving. Maybe it's
Jam,
bad,
yeah.
but I
Can't
think I'm
shove.
just
Or ace king?
Ace
Totally.
king's talking
Uh,
about.
Ace
ace
think so.
king.
king, ace king can shove here, yes.
Yeah.
Would you push ace jack?
No, I
Nope.
wouldn't.
no.
I would ace queen, but not ace jack.
It's a good question, Louis. I don't know where you draw the line. Ace jack feels like borderline punty, just sailing it in here.
Is it?
Kinda feels that way when it's like an earliest position open.
Do we have three bets not all in? I imagine we still do, right?
You definitely do,
Because
Ken.
we're only going to like six.
You definitely do.
20
What do we
big.
do with sevens,
40
eights, and nines?
6.5 at the most we're going, I would think.
That seems pretty good.
I'm wondering what we're doing with middle pairs and king queen suited and king jack suited, etc.
It's like ace nine oh might
That's
be
not
three bet
bad.
not all in here.
This is not bad, Louis. If you have hijack opening into the big blind, that's gonna be kinda close.
Low jack?
No, it's not 100
Yeah,
big
I do.
blinds. You can't do low jack, it's 100 big blinds. The opener was not the chip leader by that big of a margin.
Oh.
This is pretty reasonable, and
Yeah, jams. That's
they're still jamming ace
And
jack some of the time.
what size is the three bet not all in?
6.
6.
Oh, we only had, what is it,
6.
six? Okay.
So this is also slightly different, right? Because this is UTG one opening,
Low jack.
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, it's low jack as opposed to we were looking at a hijack.
Hijack.
So it may push ace jack off into like more of a call bucket.
Yeah.
Linus just keeps getting suited aces. It's 3 in a row, right?
This one shouldn't be too interesting. He probably just gets it through. Unless Davey does some street poker shit.
Oh, I guess we'll see a flop here.
Yeah, this feels like a pretty easy defend. Does he defend the back door verse 3?
Chunky bet too. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
call.
Just fold.
Yeah.
Also,
3 straight, 3 flush is kind of close.
Oof,
Oh,
I'm
he
such
does
a
have, you're right,
fish.
this is king of hearts.
Does Davey open? I think this is probably a good open. I think all 3 of these guys open if the other one doesn't open.
Does king 10? No, he can't jam or short stack. I was wondering if that's a jam otherwise.
Just a fold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, he's 3-bet or fold here. He doesn't really have flat, so 25.
Pocket fives open and how does Linus handle this? He has to 3-bet it not all in? No, fives just fold, okay. So we open
And
and
then
He
probably
has
that
a,
just take it down. Yeah, open, just take it down.
queen eight.
wow.
Yeah, it's button.
It's probably, oh yeah, he's probably a bit wider than that, so honestly.
Oh, that's right, he's a big stack you can open with.
Yeah.
King nine here, defend? Easy
I
defend
think, I
or
think
not?
you have to see a flop.
Yeah. Bottom though, right?
Pretty close to it. You might do king 8. It's button open though. I don't know. It can't be much worse than king 8 or king 7.
He checks. I guess that's okay.
we lead here?
I
Do we
think I
just
would
check?
bet that diamond club
Yeah.
combo to
I would
7.
start betting now, yeah.
You should just fold.
See a flop, yeah.
Tricky one.
C bet small call. Ooh, he goes half.
Do you call here, yeah?
I think, I don't know, man.
Can you
I would,
raise?
no,
No,
raising's never gonna accomplish anything other than losing your stack.
Yeah, you're covered. You don't make that kind of.
You're gonna fold his bluffs and you're just going to, get called by his value.
Block
What
a
I-
decent amount of
what
bluffs.
I've learned is that in ICM you don't want the check raise your gut shots. You want to do this in Chippy V, but not in ICM.
Mhm. Alright, so this will be interesting. Does he play flat or 3-bet? He plays flat, okay.
Yeah, flat there.
You posted?
Come on, fish fold. He froze. LP froze.
Mm, do you not three bet here?
I don't.
So if you 3-bet, Linus is gonna have some jams, and then I think you're just torched some of the time there. But I think you could. I don't think 3-betting here is bad. I would mix.
Yeah, I would just pure call there. Ace king off, king queen off maybe better, right? Then if you fold, it's not as bad. I mean, you still really don't hate to fold that, but it's not as bad.
If he jams over you, you're hurt with your king queen suited. You have to let
Yeah,
it
it
go.
don't feel as bad.
We're just getting on the deeper end of things, like chip stack wise, where he's got some room for shenanigans and stuff, you know? What about that 60 on the button and 44? There was an open, something like that? Or there's an 80 on the button? Well. What about 68 button, 48 UTG? Yeah, that's like not too far off. There's shorter stacks is the only thing that's a little different. You could do cutoff or button, I think. Yeah, pretty heavy calls. It wants to do, it's pulling from the lower ones for your bluffs. And if you do 3-bet, what does he do? Does he have jams? I think he does.
It's also 3-betting king queen off.
Mhm.
Not so much, but he does.
Yeah.
Imagine him showing up with 8s here. Yikes.
What happened on that hand? Oh,
This was a 3-bet pot. Obviously, there's 30 bigs in the middle. Was it big 3-bet somewhere? What happened?
We saw that one, we saw that one.
My
Okay,
mistake.
it's okay, this is close to where we were, I think.
Well, you can find Linus had like 3 in a row of ace X suited. Then he had
it's here.
3 jack
That's it.
suited. There you go.
That's it.
Is Davey the criminal gonna bet? Of course.
Linus is probably gonna have to defend here.
Raise or call?
I think you just call, I don't think you have raises.
Oh my.
Wow, he finds the fold, that's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
This is very interesting because it's like you have 3 flush, 2 overs and like a lot of good turn cards on the top and the bottom.
I guess you just don't want to put chips in when you're firmly in third place, and you don't want to get dragged down to those shorter stacks. I guess. I don't know. I would always call here, but I think like these guys know, right? So maybe it's just good to be tight.
Pretty interesting, yeah, maybe. I mean, it is a high risk premium. Look, there's a 25, an 18 and 11. Like, there's a
Well-
lot of money to be made by folding.
Yeah, but it also like Davy Jones is a criminal, you know?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it doesn't matter. Like, man, like there's Sim World where you're supposed to do everything, and then there's real life, and these guys are crushers, and like it's interesting to see how tight these guys have played.
Who's a la gold? Calling, LLinusLove scared money.
Is that Arturas?
Okay, that makes good sense now.
Hmm.
Checks back an
Hey,
ace.
he checks back on the
Tricky.
flop.
Yeah, that's like a range bet, right? Versus big blind. What's he doing?
Mhm,
Maybe
mhm.
the late seat bet.
I would
Playing
think,
some interesting.
especially with the risk premium, the big stack wants to just bet tiny with absolutely all hands, right?
Especially ace high flop.
That's how I would think about it. You know, sometimes like, who was it? Somebody was talking about this on one of the streams. Maybe it was Bert Stevens, but he was talking about like these nosebleed stakes pools are so small that everyone kind of knows like some of the baseline strategies for like a good GTO play. So sometimes I think like to kind of extract chips, they probably play like some of the more uncommon lines sometimes. Where it's like in our mind, it's like, oh, this is an easy range bet. Well, we think that they obviously know that. So maybe they lose more money when you play the check line. and
He
stuff
just
like
snap folds the king on that turn, by the way. Like,
Yeah, that was weird. I was
so
surprised.
to your point, they know each other really well, apparently, right?
Well, it's a
yeah.
pretty big bet. I mean, are you gonna really call here?
I don't know. I didn't defend king jack to fold it when I make, but it goes check check and I make a pair.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing, right? So you're facing a check line on the flop on an ace high board. Like alarm bells should be going off.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
shenanigans.
Exactly.
There's something going on here, guys.
Well, I'm gonna still call one and try to find out what's going on.
I think it's the stacks were reversed. We can call, but now versus the chip leader, we just don't want to call. I guess, but
Yeah, it's a range bet board, I think, almost like
Yeah,
whether it
I
uses
get.
different sizes or not. Ace high flop there is like getting bet.
I guess I'm a station like Ken because I don't think I'm folding that king there.
I think these guys are playing chess and we're still playing checkers some
Oh,
of
I'm
the time.
definitely playing checkers.
me too.
Playing fucking what's the Chinese checkers?
Tic tac toe.
Yeah. Yeah, tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I can get behind folding ace eight here.
Yeah, me too.
On a mono board, like what kind of turn are we really hoping for?
So we see how Linus Love is way under
Post flop.
defending.
You know, and I wonder if it's some of the nosebleed cash study, it's just like leaking through.
This is
some of
just a
the time.
jam, right?
This feels like a jam.
Jam, and then is he calling?
Probably he closes action versus a late position jammer who's shallow.
Yeah, but he's
That
well
range jam,
ahead.
If
this
he
is
loses, he
either
falls one
the,
spot. It's close.
yeah, it is close. I feel like this is the best hand he folds or the worst one he calls.
Yeah, probably the worst call.
And queen suited.
They
What
didn't
about
stick
King
it in.
Jack here?
I
King
want to
Jack always
point out
folding?
the
I'm out.
sizing. I think is really interesting. Fish 2013 sized this in order if action behind him goes bananas, if it's like all in, all in, all in, he can fold and he can survive in orbit. That's like clearly what the sizing is intended to
So
do.
what does it tell us? What he's weaker here?
No, he's
No,
all
I don't think so.
he's playing for stacks unless something crazy happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if he gets away from it, then he doesn't have the tenth of a big blind that goes in on the next ante. He gets to play 8 hands and find maybe a playable hand, including playing the blinds.
6-8, no defend here. Easy fold versus chip lead, right? What if you're-
Probably.
Yeah, I think
Only
you
one
get
big
away
blind.
from this.
What if you're
When
Davy
you're
Jones?
second in chips, like you just don't need to play this pot. Like, what good comes from playing this pot?
Hmm.
You're never gonna lose your stack here.
It's just this deep. You still get to play some poker, I think. When you're even though you're covered, you're still really deep. I would fold ace 8-5, but this seemed like it'd be close. 8-7, I'm definitely in there with 8-5. I'm definitely folding.
Hey,
Did,
limp or jam?
Jamming's
Rip it.
okay. Ace of Spades has to watch out because he's got a shorter player at the table. Probably
Uh,
just a jam.
Actually, just you could raise here actually because he's got 24, 25 bigs. So I don't want to jam this. I think I could just raise fold.
Yes.
I don't wanna raise fold.
I
Yeah, I
think
don't really.
jamming's not crazy. He's on the borderline of having too many chips though. This is like,
Yeah, it's
if he's got
borderline.
like two more big blinds, I don't think you jam.
Oh, it's
But this
spicy.
is like,
Opens.
He needs 20, 19, 20 for me to jam here. Even then, it's like a little. I still
It's-
think if he's like sub 17, like 17 or less, I jam. This I
Oh,
would
17
raise
is like
fold.
just like mashing that jam. But
Let's see what Davy does. He goes for a
he goes
raise.
straight.
man,
Yeah.
that's my
Did
least favorite
Cello,
option.
Look at it
did
up.
Cello Quad call off that jam? He did call off that jam?
Yep. With the
Okay.
nines?
Louis,
Yeah.
can we look
Yeah.
a spot like this up? Like 25 big blinds with an 18 at the table? I'm curious to see what a solver solution looks like here. I think raising's like, I don't love it. You get some folds, of course, but
A lot of folds.
you're isolating yourself against hands that dominate you and you're getting all the hands that you dominate out of the pot. Whereas like this actually functions as like a check call if he's gonna like bluff some like 7 deuce offsuit kind of hands. It's
And
pretty nice.
folding 10-7 offsuit is 7, right?
Sorry, what's that?
Like folding king 6 offsuit, queens 10-7 offsuit is 7, right? For 5-6 suited. He's still folding a lot.
You gotta fold a lot because you have
Yeah,
shorter
I don't think
stacks
you
in
should
play.
be. Yeah. How much is he folding king 6 offsuit? Is he?
See, that's 125 jamming into 24. What
With the short
about?
stack on.
Yep.
Yeah,
With a
yeah. So
10.
like, look
So
how
we
much
have an
the range.
18 at our table.
Yeah, look how much the
It's not
range
crazy.
weighs up. It's not crazy.
Yeah, we need to be
That's not
sure because a jam really impacts our chip utility moving forward. If we call and lose, if get
Louis,
called
there's
and lose,
40, yeah, or 40, 25.
Yeah, so
One under where you have highlighted.
Okay,
Okay. They'll all give you an idea though. I mean, everything you look at tells you something.
so a little weaker.
just jamming.
That was
And
my
then-
intuition. This range is just gonna be like the jamming part of the range. It's just not good enough to raise call off or raise fold, or and it's not bad enough to raise fold. So I think it's awkward between the two.
So if the guy's not responding versus a 3x like a solver would 100%, like they're not
Right.
jamming everything like a maniac, do you think 3x becomes better or worse?
Better.
Like my guess would probably be better. So like, because like, okay, Davy Jones goes 3x, ace of spades is probably supposed to jam almost every ace X, like just sail it in. And, I don't know if people really play that way all the time, you know? Even at the 25Ks, but maybe they do.
So jamming could be an option.
Jamming is definitely a competitive option, I think.
High variance for 25 bigs. Too high for my intestinal fortitude. More than a third of my stack, so like I'm in a good
Hear
spot.
me out. Low variance.
Davy
Low
Jones is not afraid of the big stack.
I mean, it's a jack of tennis suited.
It is. It is a final table. There is an 18 big blind stack there.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like, when you're above like 60 big blinds effective, even when, you're like covered by the guy, you can throw in a couple chips because like the opportunity cost, I think, is really attractive at that point.
Mhm.
It's not like you're married to your 65 big blinds here and the pot always.
Right.
It's gonna be hard to even lose your grip on second place. You have to find a way to put 20 big blinds in, which is,
Yeah, and if you never play a pot besides the nuts, you're gonna find yourself like a middling, like in the same boat as all the short stacks soon enough.
well, that
Not
can
if you,
happen too.
no, but I think that's not true if you say I'm basically playing no pots against the chip leader. That's not giving up so much. There's still plenty of other pots to play. If you don't play any pots, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But the chip leader also cannot go nuts versus a 68 big blind stack.
All right.
Because if he
Yeah,
loses versus
that's true.
him, then he's screwed.
Yeah, that puts him way back. Davy
Yeah,
Jones
but
not
he's
afraid to
still-
play
but he's
pots,
still
like
playing
raising
that
10
way.
suited. Oh, this is interesting.
Gotta
The
fold.
call and then lead with the big stack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's some high level stuff right there, what we just saw.
Spicy.
It's good. It's definitely
I think it's
good.
better if it's more middle cards, because this is a little bit more of like big blind range, and like presumably small blind is calling with a lot of hands like he has, suited broadways kind of stuff. So like he has nines. But like I'd love to see this on like Jack 10-6 or something where he's just littered with pairs and gut shots and everything else.
Oh,
So I feel like this is really a 3-bet too. Pre-flop from the small blind.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you could probably go both ways.
Okay, so this is interesting. Let's see how Davey handles the button open from the chip leader.
We can go 4 full X here, right? Or if not even a little 4.5, maybe this deep.
I think your
Call.
3 bets, when you're covered, you have to go even more polar.
Huge,
So like,
like
Oh, there you
6x.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
so 5x. And Davey knows.
Oh,
Davey
man.
obviously knows what he's doing.
He's been in the lab.
So are we stacking off queens or?
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Arturus,
Yeah,
why
man.
you
you
gotta ask hard,
have a
why you gotta ask hard
polarized
questions,
three
bro?
betting range, and you didn't raise the top pole in order to fold it. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
calling
man.
off.
Why are you asking hard questions, Arturus?
Because I wanna flat
Well,
pre-flop queens.
I mean,
Linus
Yeah,
is
I
he's
think
gonna
it's like
fold here.
a flat pre-flop. I think you should clearly call Jackson big blind there.
We calls.
Um,
He's made a lot of tight folds. I thought he was just gonna give that up right away too.
He
so
did he fold on the flop with the other one?
yeah, can you go back to the queens?
It was full pre-flop.
Yeah. So if the 109 stack here, so he just folded queens here. He didn't
No, he
three bet.
raised.
Oh, he
uh,
3-bet.
He
So if
3-bet
he-
three bet 10.5 big blinds.
yeah, so
Five and
if
a
he
half.
3 bets and he 4 bets to like 19 or 20, what do we do with
Yeet.
queens?
Yeet.
Call. Do you yeet it? I don't know. Maybe you call, maybe you yeet.
I think out of position, if they're competitive. In position, it would definitely be a call. Out of position, you can kind
So
of just like shrug and put your chips in.
the 4-bet range is gonna be like littered with ace, king, aces and kings, and then it's gonna be like suited wheels. So if we yeet it, the only stuff he calls with is flipping or crushing us is what I'm concerned about.
But the fold you get. Let's look it up.
It's a six
Let's look it
spot,
up.
that's for sure. You're miserable.
Maybe
Yeah.
you can look it up.
I call every time queens.
So 70 versus 110. I think out of position, I might put it in. That's also why it's a nice spot to just have a very large 3-bet. Just like
60,
helps
70 is
solve some
probably
of this
gonna
crap.
be pretty close. 68, 76 is probably gonna be pretty close to the best you're getting, Louis.
Except the big blind's covered. Is covering.
We
Yeah,
double with cheap
One
winners.
down.
Yeah, one
Oh.
down.
One down is 70-60. The bottom is 150-50. That's not so bad.
I saw that too, Tim. I saw 150-50 is actually not too bad.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
GTO Rose raised to 14.
Okay, so here you go,
Yeah, yeah,
14.
exactly. I want to go
X.
bigger.
And you see how
So
that range
queens is
is
still 3-betting
behaving.
here.
By the way, I just wanna
Jacks.
point out, you can
Oh, I'm
just,
sorry. I was on the wrong spot.
you can just
Galen wasn't even
pile
close to finished.
I'm
Jesus
not
Christ.
adding anything of value. I'm just saying that you could just pile ace king is all for 60 bigs.
This is our range. This looks like big blind, but I thought we were small blind.
They're
No,
big
it was
blind.
big
blind,
blind.
Okay.
Big blind.
And so it's cool. It's just so you can see the queens would already is disgusting if you get 4-bet. That's why they're probably flattened. Because like they just don't really want to get 4-bet.
So do it and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, do your 3-bet and see what.
And so if you move this to a couple positions earlier, like if you're defending against like low jack, then you would just call the queens.
You see
But
the
even against
size?
button, just call jacks.
7x, yeah, I mentioned it
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
It's huge.
I said 6. It's going 7. So
Yeah, you just call it off.
You just jam it.
Just,
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's the point of a polarized range, right? It's easy decisions.
but the crazy thing is you're still jamming like all of the trashy parts too, which is.
Yeah.
Good luck finding someone with enough bluffs in their range that want to fucking bluff them off a 4-bet.
I mean, it is
I
a
mean, it's not always bluffs in
25K.
range.
That's what I was gonna
I had
say,
a
if-
guy.
Right.
I had a guy fold ace king off face up, to like a big all in a big spot.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And so like it's not always that they're bluffing, but you can still get them to fold.
Yeah, some people.
Yep.
Hard to know who until I show you.
That seems like a terrible thing to show. Look at me. Look at how much you can bluff me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When people do that kind of crap, and it's
Look at how
like
good a
there's
player I
a
am. Look at how
huge target
disciplined
on
I
your
am.
head.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah,
Chumming the water
yeah,
for
exactly.
yourself. It's not good.
Yeah. You're calling in airstrikes on your own position.
Wait, wrong coordinates, wrong coordinates.
Linus gets away.
Fruit stack and flip one in, right? Oh,
So Linus didn't play the suited ace there. I wonder if it was because of the previous hand.
are you defending 9-8 as a short stack in the big blind there?
It's probably a good fold, Ken. It's probably like one of the best folds or worst calls.
Yeah, I
You know
think,
what?
think it's
You know what I
right on
find
the-
really interesting about Davey is not out here 3-betting people. He's playing like these small pots in position. He plays a lot of calls.
Yeah, I would say ace
This
nine.
is
and
what
six.
Jeremy has been preaching lately, right? Nokria was saying like, when you're deep at FT and you have risk advantage, you can flat a lot in position and make their life hell post.
Yeah, you can kinda just bully them, right? You can kinda
Yeah,
just bully them.
You can over bluff when you're covering them for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to.
There is another school of thought, which is you can just you can like build a very large 3-betting range
Wow.
for a small sizing,
What a
and then
champion
expect
bluff
that their
that
4-bets
was.
are just like pretty face up.
Look at this spot.
Yeah, I think both are valid approaches.
Right.
So we go check, check on the
Check,
turn.
check, 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 and he bluffed tiny and got it through, eh?
He bluffed like one big blind, 1.3 or something, and it worked.
It's like the pocket sevens milker bet.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I'm never
Good.
folding this spot. My curiosity would just be too much.
I wonder if Cello one has as thin as like ace king here or ace queen even.
Value betting ace king is pretty sick.
And that's why Davey wanted to not pay.
Maybe.
It's like, this guy is ace king, I'm not paying him with ace nine.
Seems. Look at Dave.
Yeah,
Now Davey's over here opening Jack 10 offsuit. What do we?
Absolutely
Oh,
not, right?
From low jack. Yeah, it should
and then
be
we
down.
got a.
Do we
Then we got a
squeeze?
queen A
Ooh.
call. Then we got a queen A call.
Yeah, seems good.
Is Davy a confirmed crusher or a question mark?
He's a
Confirm.
cash game
Well,
guy.
I'll put it this way. I Googled him and there's just video, and video of him, but no one knows his name. Or his
So,
name's not like out there, but there's lots of videos of him.
what do you think about a squeeze from the big blind? I feel like that's my worst offsuit squeezing hand
You
there.
can do it a
Ace, ace,
little.
jack.
I think you just don't want to do it nearly at all with three shorter stacks. Like the range just shrinks to almost nothing.
That's valid, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
maybe
think
a
it
sliver on it.
could often be the kind of hand you would pick, but once I looked at this twice, I was like, oh,
I think you see some of the same polarity we were looking at not too long ago. Like you kind of want top of the range, big, and like the ace deucey ones. So like this would fall into more of a call, I think. It's a squeeze spot though, so maybe it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a squeeze, right? Like I don't squeeze a lot of my offsuit, but this one is like can get in there especially if I think these two guys are just like wide, is they're like splashing around a little bit.
A7 spot from way before.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, we were just talking about where like the three bets are coming from.
He's got a bet now.
Kind of weird range. Want to run it down further, but
I think that's what's going on. You probably just need to converge this thing down to like very high accuracy. Cause those suited aces, you can just tell like they're hamburgered out, so they could go either way.
What do you do here? Just call? Do you have
I think
jams?
you
Click it
just
and fold.
call or fold, call or fold.
Click it and fold to a jam.
Am I gonna get it completely wrong? Is he gonna?
Oh, the problem if you click against Jesper, you're almost priced in against his jams.
Almost.
No, no, you're not.
No?
yeah,
Look at
I kind
Davey.
of want to rip on him, but
He's done. Ooh, clicky raise. Cool. Well,
he
wonder
waited
if
to
you would
do
do
it
that with the ace of
afterwards.
hearts, but I would just fold still. I feel like his range is so strong, right? Like
I'm all in.
yeah.
Is it too good
it's
to go all
crazy
in?
to me, Galen. Ace king jamming in this range I sent.
Yeah. Yeah.
You put something in chat.
It doesn't care. It's like the only hand. It's like, hey, I have ace king. I'm all in. Just fold. Yeah, Davey's interesting. He's not out there three betting in position a ton. And he's not jamming blind versus blind a ton. Like he's taken two spots that were pretty like acceptable jams and decided to go a different way with it.
Well, min raise with kings.
Yeah, he's gonna get a throw.
Alright, so do you three bet this one, Davey? Are you gonna play call? What are you gonna do, Davey? Okay, he found a three bet with the offsuit ace trashy one. Interesting.
I actually think it's like kind of one of, no, I mean, it's fine, but like,
Play it, Linus, play it.
Nice flop.
Uh-oh.
like you could probably
Play
call.
it strong, Linus.
Pretty good
Uh-oh.
flop.
And call.
Oh,
GG if he gets the jack. GG if he gets the jack.
Oh shit.
love is
Wait,
gone.
no. 9, 10, jack,
Not
queen.
enough.
That's
Yeah.
not, that's only 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, no.
Why is he raising? What the fuck?
Yeah,
What
I'm
a cash
surprised.
game player, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I was surprised
I,
to see that.
it was a little too good to raise.
This is
What?
the heuristic. 20 big blinds, open ender, pure call every time.
He's a cash guy, man.
Especially with the flush backdoor, like raise clubs more, right?
Yep. He's the cash guy.
And it's like it's fine. You have a high equity hand, you're calling off, but it's just a high variance strategy with a hand
You
that
know
when the
the
money
funny
goes
part
in.
about that too is if you're like 200 big blinds deep, his check raise in that kind of a spot is definitely gonna be good.
Exactly, 200 deep. If you need to go 3 streets with it, then you need the open ender because you need a lot of equity.
Yeah. You want the extra equity then.
Oh,
It's funny how it like kind of flips.
Is Linus not supposed to call here?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
where's the bottom of the calling ratio?
He's got a lot of risk premium here.
Just hope the big blind can handle it. I'd let the big, come on, big boy, you handle it. I fold. It's on you. You got all the chips. Take care of them.
What do you do with
Yeah.
ace ten?
If I was big blind, I'd call for sure,
Oh,
but
brother.
Jesper's been he's been really patient. You can fold ace eight.
Ace ten, I mean.
Scared money guy.
I mean, Linus in the big blind calls here, right?
Maybe.
Ace
Maybe.
eight bottom.
Well, I mean, Jasper's gonna be jamming ace five, ace four, ace six. I think Jasper's jamming almost all of his aces, so if you're closing action, you probably do call ace eight.
Yeah, ace eight or ace nine, you want to be somewhere, your low card wants to be somewhere in the middle between his high and low jams, right? Like if he's jamming ace two, then ace eight's firmly in the middle. It's pretty good. If he's like ace
You're
five, then
flipping
you
all
might
of
want
his
to be like,
pairs.
if he's ace five, you might want to be ace 10.
He's also jamming like jack nine, jack
Yeah,
queen
I
ten.
mean, like an 8 big blind jam, he should just have a lot of hands here.
But I think you're right,
Like
small
40%
blind
of
is
the
probably,
deck.
I think it's a great fold small blind.
Yeah, I just try to turn it into a toy game, and like when I want to call for an ace X, I'm like, all right, what ace X is he jamming? And I want to be better than half of them with my offsuit low card, right? That's just how I break it down. Whether that's the best way or not, I don't know.
It's not
But
a
you don't
bad
have a
way
lot
to
of
do
time to
it.
think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, but he has like every suited ace eight here, right?
Yeah, there's far fewer combos of those than the offsuit.
I mean, for sure, but he just has a lot of hands.
This
So
is
it's
also a
eight.
little different here,
Wow.
Louis.
How?
This is 32. And if we lose this pot, we're not like bottom of the barrel anymore.
So is this that's the jam range?
This is a little bit lower risk. That's the call range versus jam. That's a little lower risk premium.
And then
Like
what's,
you
but
need to,
hold on, LP, what's he
Ace
jamming?
eight.
we looked at the range. He's jamming like all of his
It
aces.
clicked so fast I didn't say it. So all the two. So now if he's jamming like I bet if he jams like only ace four off, then we slide up to like ace 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So another config would be
You just need to find one where we're like basically tied for last place if we lose.
There are no, I think, similar configs.
So 25, that's not good because we need to be covered in the big blind also. 7, 25, yeah, that's not great. Maybe a little deeper. That 11 jamming 25 in the small blind's not bad, but the big blind needs to have a little more.
also 11. It's too much for the nature of the hand.
Yeah. Can you, is there a, if you, well.
I'm sure it's a
Just
call.
run HRC.
Yeah, I don't know. None of these are gonna be great.
Let me run it.
You could
Let me
run it.
screenshot.
This one's not great because like if you lose 7 here, you're still not near the shortest. So if
Alright.
Linus loses 8, he's got 15, and now he is like 1 orbit ahead of Ace of Spades. So he's basically, and he's 1 orbit behind Jasper. Oh, I think this is a jam. Ooh, tough spot with King Jack. I
I think
think
it's
you
good
min
enough.
raise.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah, I min raise, I think, from that
Mm.
position.
Mm.
Raise fold or raise call?
Raise fold.
King
You're
queen
What
two?
was it? Can you
You're
go back?
nuked if, it's King Jack from low jack or whatever,
For 12, yeah?
for 12.
Yeah, suited, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Linus gets the set this time. Rolls are reversed, buddy.
I think you jam it, Galen.
I don't like it.
Jam
Jamming,
suited. You have to. Can run that one too if you want.
run it. I would be,
Ooh.
It's what, like one hand after the ace-8 hand, yeah? I'll just move stacks forward and...
Linus is playing maximum cute and may have just screwed himself. He didn't, but
I didn't chip either 3-bet pre-flop.
he finds a beefy raise, and I guess he just folds to a jam.
Four liner. Gets him.
That's a weird one, cuz it's so hard to get paid there on the river, I think, unless
Hmm.
you think he's calling you light. Because he thinks
Oh,
you're
you like.
bluffing the
yeah.
4
But if you
liner.
bet small enough to get called, then you're also betting small to induce, and you don't want to do that.
You definitely don't wanna induce a bluff on this board.
Yeah.
Bad logic, Scotty.
What? Bad logic? Why
Think
come?
for-
It's kind of fish logic,
Okay. Talk
Are
more
you,
about
but
that.
I'm a robot, so I can't explain right now.
are you
Okay.
Or
arguing
can
with
I?
the
Am I a
robot?
robot?
I think a robot is making fun of you, Scotty.
I kinda feel that way too, Scotty. I don't know if I would take that from a robot.
Yeah.
Alright, I canceled, so I'm not a robot. It's not like we're betting big because we're afraid that we induce when we bet small. We're betting big because our hand has enough value to bet big, and when we get heroed by 2 pair and whatever, like, we're still winning with our set.
Right. I agree with that. I was saying that if you bet small enough to try to target single pairs, you put yourself in that situation, and that's ugly. Is that also fish talk?
I think it's a function of the
Sort
bet
of.
size. If you bet small, you're creating more bluffs in a range than if you bet large.
I guess,
I
I
think
don't
that I think you've just mansplained me.
know.
I'm
It's
sorry,
like
Scott.
our...
Sorry, Scotty, for all the violence you're,
So this
you're
is typical.
going
Oh,
through.
this is small blind. He's gonna 3-bet, right? No?
Davey's not a 3-better, man. He doesn't do it unless it's like offsuit trash.
But he's a leader.
You might get called here.
That's what I'm saying. It's interesting how he's approaching some of these spots.
He docked.
It's twofold, I guess, Scotty. Like, what you're saying and what I'm saying are both true.
Okay.
Ace 4 with those suits was optimistic facing the dock. I mean, sure,
You got
your ace high
You
is
got
gonna be good
direct,
some.
you got direct equity, a 2 and a 6, so you got a double gutter.
Look
Yeah,
at this.
Yeah.
it's not a diamond.
Oh,
And
nice.
like, Good, like,
This is
theoretically,
pretty
you can.
weird.
Good luck. I was gonna say, like, yeah, ace high could be good, but good luck getting it to showdown, right? Like, that's another thing.
This is just
This
He
is
donk
pressure
flop?
cooker shit.
Donk
Yeah,
flop, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
he's just trying
Yeah,
to put him in the
I
pressure
just don't.
cooker.
Yeah, but he's just like picking a weird hand
No
to do it
diamond.
with.
Fold with no diamond.
I don't even know if he cared about his cards. He's just like, the guy's like basically
Yeah.
third in chips.
Yeah,
And
don't
he's
worry
like,
about what Davey's doing. Davey's a fish,
So,
man.
so here's a comment about betting those.
I'm
Betting
just
that
trolling, I'm just
pair
trolling.
of threes there is probably a thing because we talked about it earlier. When you cover, right, you get to have a lot more bluffs. So when you have more bluffs, you have to have more value. So you got to find thinner value so you can bluff more, right? So you get to do that with second, third pair because you're going to be bluffing a lot more, right?
Yeah,
So
on
you
the
got to have
flop,
thin
sure,
bet.
but on the turn, it's like pure. He's just bluffing on the turn for sure.
is Linus gonna get screwed here?
He's
The one,
folding
the weird
three.
thing I thought about the last one is like in position should turn that king at like a fair clip. So I felt like it was kind of, I don't know, just extremely disrespectful. Just like
Why
He's
not
did he set
really
up?
playing the texture.
he's acting like he timed out, but I know he didn't. I just
Fine.
know.
Dude, he for sure timed out because that's a dream put in one chip and see a four on the flop kind of spot.
Do you think he knows that this is being recorded and he knows that someone's gonna look at it, so he doesn't want to play that hand? Is that what you think's going on there,
No,
Louis?
no.
I missed it.
Like, you have a hard time folding fours if you're on the button. Why would you not peel in the big blind? You already have one chip in there.
He doesn't care.
No, I ain't buying it. You can try to sell me a Louis, but I ain't buying it.
Just folded ace nine
I
Yeah.
mean,
in the cutoff. That
ace nine
seems
off.
cut off.
Look at the
Oh my gosh,
distribution
very
though.
interesting. He's gonna get boxed, man. He's the second shorty.
He's cash
Tied with
brained.
the.
He's Scotty, you know ace nine is trash in cash games. He's cash brained.
Ace nine in the cutoff is not is a raise in a cash game.
Ace nine
Scotty,
offsuit's a trash
Ace nine
hand.
offsuit in a cash game in the cutoff, raise, easy raise.
Yeah, it's a raise.
8,
I can confirm.
2.5 big blinds. Ace 5, raise.
It's not close, like ace eight, ace seven as
Yeah,
well goes in? Or what?
Ace 8 is a raise 2.5. Ace 7, not so much.
look at the criminal, not even doing his job here. Jack six, the junk, chip leader. BVB. Is this not the boldest raise in the range?
Davey he's not out there looking at the solvers. Davey doesn't give a,
Yeah,
Davey don't care, man.
he's like
Davey
got the
don't,
right idea a lot, but like there's just basic accuracy stuff where like you might pick different combos.
oh, I don't even think that he's got like accuracy issues. I just don't think he gives a shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. I think we agree.
I would be not surprised if he knows exactly what the range looks like and he's just like, nah, man, nah.
I mean, say you come in and chat that we're saying they're fish. I'm not saying he's a fish. I'm saying like I would pick different combos and we can ask if we think it's good enough. You can get a lot of small inaccuracies with like your ranges and
Bill
construction and
Curvy.
stuff. And if you get the big stuff right, you're just so good. And I think if you're getting
He
the big stuff right,
swung so far around from the fish
Oh,
side that he's a crusher.
man, we are a bunch of, what do they call it? Monday morning quarterbacks?
yeah.
That's what they call it.
Okay,
Okay, but good to see the Queen 8-0 rip. That was
there you go.
pretty standard. It's like these calls. I don't know. Do we really want to play Jack Nine suited against the chip leader?
Well,
I
Strange,
want to
right?
have like a
Anymore.
punch.
Davey says yes.
Like I want to have a polarized range
Do you
with my
three bet
calls in
it?
the middle and bluffs above and below. Yeah, probably, right? If I'm gonna play this hand, it's
Feels
closer
like
to a
it's in
three bet than
there.
a call.
Feels like a three
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
We've watched this entire final table and I've seen Davey 3-bet once.
Me too,
Yeah.
see. My biggest fear is
So
having a
he will
deep
call
run
you.
and
When we
having
need
a,
to fish for the final table, we'll call you.
my biggest fear is having a deep run, making a final table in a huge spot and having it streamed. Like I'd be sweating. Like I used to think it wouldn't bother me. Now I'm like, I'd be a fucking wreck. Because I know what everybody does.
Right.
And I'd be the
You
Okay,
know.
biggest
Ken,
fuck. Everybody be
counterpoint.
beating me up, man. Call me
Let
every
me,
fucking
no,
name.
no, no. Counterpoint. You get your boys in there. We'll be in the chat. We'll be sending you notes on people. When you're on break, you check back in. You download all of the details, and then that helps you win. I am
Yeah.
speaking from experience.
Oh
The
man,
money, winning the money makes it feel good, but still.
Davey could turn this into a bluff and it would not be that bad. But he doesn't do it.
Alright, ace eight was the floor in that one hand, the jam hand.
It was the floor, huh? I knew it.
Yeah, but it's worth like not much.
Our fortune.
What's the jam range look like? Is the jam range realistic?
26, 20. Oh, he opened. That wasn't big blind. Okay, I thought it was small blind, big blind.
Jam range is every ace, every pair, queen 10-0, jack 10-0, king 10-0,
It's not, huh? It's not.
suited nines, king 6 suited, 10-8 suited.
Which spot are you talking about? I don't remember.
Okay. I
Button
mean, that doesn't
jam
sound,
8.
that
Oh,
doesn't sound
wow.
crazy. That doesn't
Does he
sound
go
crazy.
big here? Like half pot again?
No, he bet small on the
Small,
flop.
small. No, then on the turn. Yeah, I guess
Because
that's all you
it's
gotta do. Fold the, fold all the bullshit.
Do you ever raise the turn with the ace?
No, you're in
No.
I don't keep
position.
bluffs
With
in.
the nuts, man.
I'll
Call
bullshit
only
your size
one.
on the
Well, if you're not raising the nuts, what are you raising?
But you hope
Nothing.
you want him to keep. You're hoping he just bluffs at that point.
so bet small and hope that he
To
bluffs.
use the
He did.
baseball analogy, you want the base hit over the home run. You wanna secure it.
Flat.
You don't
Maybe
need to
doesn't
go
three
for
bet
all of,
this.
you don't need to go for all of the chips is what I'm saying. You'd rather put something out there that's more likely to get called.
No,
Openness is
I
okay.
understand your analogy, but I mean, I don't know.
Is he
I thought
donking? Hmm.
Yes.
Surely it's not a thing on this texture. Is it?
Is high boards? No.
No,
No.
If you cover it, this.
can't be. Definitely not. This is just fancy play.
What if it is?
And
But he's-
Legend Den does
but he's
not believe that
covered
that's an
in-
ace
Is
donking.
that a cash game play, Scotty? Ah, it is.
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my God.
That was a weird one.
Can we
Violence.
watch that
How did
again?
he not? How
what a
did he not?
gangster.
That was
Shenanigans.
crazy. Look
What
at
a
that one
gangster.
again. That one's crazed.
I gotta see that again.
Yeah. So this goes against the thing I was saying is you don't want to bet small to induce when you don't want to induce.
Well, you keeping them wide is the thing. You're trying to keep them
Yeah.
wide. Like you
No, I
want to
don't
get
mean
called by
here.
worse than an
No, I
ace.
mean the river.
Oh,
I'm fine.
But here,
This
yeah, I'm never donking here.
Yeah, this is wrong for a different reason. I don't care about the size of it.
There's a
I'm
lot
fine with it, that
wrong
mistake,
here.
right? He gets the check and
Oh, it
says
was
that.
checked. Turn
yeah,
on.
it's not a donk flop. I don't know what happened
You
there.
know what this
Yeah.
hand is? This hand
This is the
is
funny
this,
one though.
this
This.
hand is this meme that I just posted in the chat, but like poker format is what this is.
Oh my, you're gonna make me open YouTube?
Might not like it, but this is what the peak male
What do we
athletic
got over here?
looks like. There ain't a fucking thing you can do about it.
But why shouldn't he call that?
Yeah, look.
Yeah,
NLP?
that's it, but in poker format.
Might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like. And there ain't a fucking thing.
I love hearing it play 7 times. Find out who has the bad internet.
It's so good, dude. I mean, Scotty, that one, like, you want to induce, quote unquote, but again, he's like betting a size that he thinks he can maybe get some value from, and then he'll just fold that hand, I assume, if he gets
I'm
raised,
sure
or
what you're
maybe
saying
not.
is wise, Danny, but I'm not listening to you. I'm showing the video to my wife.
Alright.
But is it the fishy that I want to call the pocket fours there?
Might
That
not
was
like it.
the gentleman. You bet like one tenth pot.
Send it to Marty.
The best part is his actual handle is Air Manatee.
Two or jam, two or jam. Just
Right.
two, right? Or two or jam?
It's kind of between. At 9, I'm not really doing a lot of min raising
Jam.
anymore, but I
Right.
know
I
it's
guess
optimal.
queens you two, and I think it should be a two in theory, but whatever.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
It's big money on the line. Galen King Jack's jamming, it's not close.
Okay, good.
Bro, Davy
Okay,
Jones, what is?
okay.
What are we?
All right, Danny, what
doing?
wisdom were you hipping me to that I wasn't
I
listening to
mean,
before?
basically, you just want to bet the size that your hand wants to bet, and then if you get raised, then you worry about that later. Like, you shouldn't choose your size based on whether you're afraid it'll induce him or not, and this and that. Like,
Okay.
yes, you can protect your range with some good hands in the small bet, but
But following through with that, the size that you choose is influenced by the responses of how you handle situations like that.
yeah.
Here's this three there.
It's just frustrating.
But like eights, you
Yeah,
can
it's a
either
three
like
bet.
try to milk some value. I don't even know why he bet small with eights really. Like I wouldn't expect Villain to have
Dude.
fours. I don't know
I
what he
don't
was
know.
thinking of the value target
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
I would
I
just
don't know if
check,
8s was value or bluff there.
like check
I
and
like the
figure it out
sizing
maybe.
with Queen Jack. He's
It
up
seems
against
like
a
when he got
pretty.
close to when his stack got bigger, he's decided to be disrespectful to legend.
I
Yeah.
feel like Davey is the kind of guy that when he gets all the chips, and there's no one to keep him in line,
Woo!
he's a fucking nightmare to deal with.
Don't donk.
He might
Oh
lose a lot
baby.
of chips here having a
He might
club.
lose way too many chips here.
Might go to the
Like,
five.
Or none.
checks back.
Dude,
I think
he's
in
a
theory with a club in hand, you wanna fire.
Wrong
Maybe
club.
If you
he had a read based on call
exactly, if you think that
turn
he's
call
just
timing.
exactly, if you think that he's just like gotten to river with too many strong hands, then like you don't have many bluff targets left. Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably also not supposed to weigh 260 pounds doing backflips, Tim, but guess what? Air Manatee, don't care.
Say the line, Galen. Say the line.
There ain't a fucking thing you can do about it.
About it.
All right, James 8-5 suited. The blind v blind play's been like good.
I bet he would have done great in the vice presidential debate.
Raise or call? Call? It is
Call.
button range. Uh-oh. To barrel? Or not to barrel?
Step equity. It's one of the cards he can barrel on.
It's also a good
Although at
card for
SPR,
Linus's call range.
Yeah.
yeah, at SPR 0, I think you can, or SPR 2, sorry. You can
SPR
check back the
0!
open-ender. Sorry.
Hard to bluff with SPR 0.
I hope you are just inadvertently memed myself in this group.
SPR 0 is when you jam for 9.9 and you leave the 1.1 behind.
Talking to you, Louis.
All right, Linus is going to get some chips.
PTSD. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think we get a 5 on the end, and this is the end of Linus.
Three bets tiny, tiny.
What
Call.
size it?
You went 1/3. He's not even 2E. Well, you got that, so.
Yep, he called. River 5, check, jam, call, goodbye.
What about turn sizing? Is it good? Small bet?
Whoa,
He is just nibbling.
this is new. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
do you
Yeah,
check
well,
now? And like
no
try to let him bluff somehow?
I don't
Oh,
know.
he
Do
has
you
no
ever bet
bluff,
like?
right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you ever bet like
Look at
2 or
this.
3?
That's really
Kinda bad
interesting,
for him.
James.
This is not,
Pretty
this is
bad.
not,
Look at this. How can you
this is
can you
not
not
tournament poker.
call?
I mean,
Oh my
how
god.
gross of a spot is this for him,
I think
right?
this is great. Okay, so like,
Can
what
he
do you
bluff
do if you
jam?
have? What do you do if you have a set of tens here?
You gotta call. You gotta
You
call
Oh,
vomit
for
and
everything.
sure.
call.
This is
All
Yeah,
right,
just
but
what
is
if you're
top pair
bad.
even
Linus?
good enough anymore?
What if you're Linus and you have a set of tens here after you play like your cutesy little click? Like you can't check. If you check, you're gonna get just jammed on so much. And I mean, are you gonna hero call a set of tens there? I don't know.
Good fold.
And he got the fold from the top pair. Like I think the bet small there is pretty next level.
What a nice fold.
Yeah, yeah. Very interesting hand.
Yeah, you can appreciate the level of the game, the purity.
The odds.
I don't think
Bet,
we're gonna
click,
find that in
I,
click,
solver.
I
and
mean,
you get the
I'm
4 line.
tempted to go big here, but on the turn, I'm tempted because that's just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to go big on the turn.
I think that's a
Maybe
little
like 6,
greedy, James.
maybe.
I agree. Don't think it's good.
Then you start getting only action from Queen X and like 2 pair. Maybe he has 8, 9 for the pair plus open ender type stuff that you're beating, but has good equity against you.
Uh-oh. You call, right?
That's the top pair. The block
Oh,
kickers.
good
Well,
luck, buddy.
goodbye, spades.
It's time to
Yeah.
go, Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Nice turn card.
See you next time.
Hmm. Wait, he didn't want to peel. Hmm.
Yeah,
Alright.
because ICM is decreasing
Fair
at this
enough.
point, right?
Yeah, but he is kind of still a bit
He's boxed up. Yeah,
handcuffed.
for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Buy some of Davy's chips.
Yeah,
Not all of
yeah.
them, just some.
will he respond with a call? Okay.
Davies playstyle loses the minimum here.
How does our pair board defense strategy change in these spots? Normally we defend with a lot of raising, but do we
You're
have to be more
covered.
cautious here?
Yeah, definitely
Oh,
because you're covered. So
Ooh, Davy might get bamboozled here for a lot, actually.
yeah, he might.
Let's go for 11. 8.
Probably
I
goes
Oh,
was
for
gonna say, does
all.
he just
For
go
all
over
of it.
pot here? I was
oh my
wondering.
god, he goes for all of it.
Oh,
that's a little bit ambitious of an.
Greedy. Yeah.
I mean, what does
So
Davy do if he has a queen? He can't fold, right?
what bluffs does
Yeah.
he have there?
Yeah.
We didn't even think about it.
King 9.
Hmm.
We're in hyper mode because it's getting near 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
No.
What time is it in Thailand?
it's almost LP's titty bar time.
Ah,
It's
TD
just
bar
that
Tuesdays or Thursdays or Fridays?
How much do you make on a night, Louis?
female Fridays.
How much buck do you make on one night, Louis? At the
I think that would have been better. How much do you make on an average night? I think the extra word would have made it better.
Oh my God, this can't be real. Is this
Thank you,
real?
Admiral.
Is this real? Are they really doing
Galen, is
this?
are you responding to me?
Yes. Are they really doing this? They are doing this, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing that.
Oh my God.
Just hit the gym, buddy.
You can't, the gym doesn't raise those cheekbones like this AI
No.
does, okay?
That's true.
I got another one for you.
Let me grab this, whatever tool they used. I need that for my, like, dating apps, you know?
Right? For your dating apps, exactly.
Scam all my matches.
You're
And
gonna
then-
go complete
then you're
catfish,
gonna-
aren't you?
And then you're gonna date, and then she's gonna leave you when she sees you.
Half AI catfish. I'll only do it just a little, so they won't really know.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
like, he just, you know, got a little out of shape.
Well, all you have to say is, you have too much makeup on, so I feel catfished.
50 pounds out of you.
So, you know the magician Chris Angel,
Yes.
who,
Mhm.
you know, who for a long time had, you know, these, you know, monster abs. When he had the prosthetic made for one of the magic tricks where the body is, you know, is in the illusion, it was made back when he had the abs, and now that he's kind of puffy.
A little,
You
yeah,
see,
he's a little
he
more
climbs
fluffy.
into this, and all of a sudden he's got abs. They didn't redo the trick.
So
What do you
here,
want, Louis? Call or fold? What do you think?
easy fold, no?
No, you have a
fact-
direct gutter plus pair draw.
It's a check raise.
Can't fold a pair draw, man. Look at that SPR.
You've got a nutter. You got nutter butter.
And we have a heart. And we have the 9 of spades.
It feels like an easy fold to me, am I wrong?
I mean, I feel like I'm folding too. I
This
might
is
just be
blindy
a,
blind though,
I
right?
might be a net.
Yeah.
I
It
think
is
it's
B
a
versus B.
single raise pot.
How? Yeah, can we go back to pre for a moment? There's 6.5 in here. What happened? It's not limp check. Oh, it's 3 call. Okay. 3 call check raise. Interesting. Maybe the pair draw is no good then.
So right away, you could probably fold here, no?
Close, probably.
Yeah,
One of the
like
worst you
with a
defend.
20 big
I wonder
blind
if betting
stack
flop
raises
is a
3,
mistake.
like
Oh, this
I think it's kind of
misses
nice.
this misses a lot of his open raising range. And you have a thing.
Yeah, but our hand is like too high equity to bet fold, and Louis wants to bet fold, so that's illegal. So you you either have to bet call or you can't bet. It's one of the two.
Okay.
It's kind of a stressful one because, okay, so we play call. What are we doing if a 7 hits and he jams?
You're, yeah.
Call
Oh,
offing.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's why he shouldn't fucking bet, man. He made his bed. He's in a stupid spot.
Okay, tough guy. Stop swearing.
Alright, sorry. 9-7, mixing half and half.
All right. Ace is
When
good
he
for setup.
stabs and gets raised, it's
The
pure
check,
call.
check.
Yeah, hey, you don't love it, but you just call. Like you're getting there's I think it's pot odds.
7 on the turn
Play
and he
pot.
jams.
Oh, interesting.
Torching. He's losing it.
You were not lying when you said he's a
This is good. No, this is really good. I love
he
that
is a
bet.
criminal. Oh my gosh.
Ship it.
All right. Yeah, I think you have to.
Davey wins this pot, guys.
Yeah,
Okay?
he's all in.
Oh!
Ooh, wasn't crazy about that.
He gave up. He gave up.
If you don't have a bluff there, what? It's just such a good bluff. I think.
And the
I
pairing
think
too. Oh my gosh.
Celowan's range was pretty face up as like over parry stuff. Like he doesn't look like he has a strong ace.
Jacks, you
I
know?
think he played his hand
Yeah.
pretty face up, and I think Davy Jones failed to play against the hand as it was turned face up.
Maybe he didn't think he'd make jacks fold somehow.
He
Oh, look at
certainly wasn't
this.
going
The
for a
seven
1.47.
deuce. What on earth are we doing here, boys?
It's pretty spicy.
I
Seven
think he's
deuce. I
just
think
gonna start raising
they call
every
it
hand now, right?
You don't love
blockers.
it,
Is that the
Galen?
term, Galen?
I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever done it. I can't say I don't love it. I just don't know.
You may not like it, but this is what peak poker performance looks
That
like.
is peak male performance.
No, I don't know if I love it, but
So
it's
at what
interesting for sure.
point do you think he starts just raising every hand and trying to, chip them all down? Because he has like 2x
Uh,
everybody right now.
he's not that close, actually. I mean, they all have a lot of wiggle room here.
Oh,
So
walk with
if they
jacks.
were all around 20, would you?
15, 20-ish,
Yeah.
maybe.
I don't think we're far away from it, given the discrepancy. But Galen's right, like at 40 and 30, they have enough play.
Bye,
If you,
Seliquan.
if you double up Davy here, it's a nightmare. Like,
It's good
the
check back
last,
from the big blind.
Check on the flop. Crazy, no?
Yeah.
Action
Ooh.
killer.
That was
Action
the check back.
killer.
What
Do you ever
fun
1.5?
check?
sharp one.
Do you ever
So
check raise
2.5?
or check jam?
2.5. On the river?
Yeah.
Why?
Wow,
The
value
guy,
bet and call. What the hell?
no, Celiwan. I thought Celiwan folded.
it
No,
said
he
muck.
did fall.
He
no,
folded
he
on the river.
No,
called.
Oh
No,
no,
He
he
you're
called
didn't.
right.
it,
He called.
it said
He
muck,
didn't
so
call.
he had to have called.
Yeah, you're right.
2.5? What did he bet? 3.3.
3.3.
he
And a
He
did.
did
snap.
another one of those. Oh no, Linus was the one who did the last one.
Oh, they went check on the river. Is that what happened?
No,
No,
they
No,
went
no.
check
You're
check on
right.
the
Call the
flop.
Bet
bet.
call.
God
Bet
damn
three
it.
on the
It
river.
was a bet call on the
Okay,
river.
okay.
He bet quarter pot and got called.
I see. I saw muck, so that means there was a showdown.
Alright.
Call Mukti.
So crazy 10 value bet. That's something that we saw a couple of times on this final table. People are going 10% pot, targeting hands that can't fold.
Yeah,
With
it's
the
kind of the
nut.
only play on that ace, right?
Not much big bets.
Extra shifter. Go for a block.
I kinda like Davy's style. Like, he's not playing these huge variant spots. He's playing like, he's kinda being pretty exploitative, trying to pressure people like in advantageous situations.
You know
I
what
think
Davy Jones is? He's like a
Wow.
reformed
So
criminal.
disrespectful.
he's kind
He
of
is,
playing small ball, isn't he?
Yeah.
he is very small ball.
Reformed
This
criminal, man.
9-5 off call pre, man. This is this is like I have more chips. What are you gonna do about it? I have position.
Yeah, he's going into criminal mode.
And he gets little gin run out. Alright.
Now he's approaching the like ascended status of like, F you, I'm all in. Trying to just suppress the table.
Oh,
Ooh, this is close.
Davey doesn't even want to call. He
He's gonna
Yeah,
fold.
folds.
dude,
Whoa.
see?
Easy fold, no?
Yeah.
I
Don't
think it's
know.
a fine fold.
Can I run it? Go back. I'll grab it.
Easy fold because of positions. If he
Oh,
calls
shit.
and he loses, he's at 30.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's easy fold, man. He's gotta pay how much?
7.
He's got a 7 big blind, 7.5 to win. Almost 20. Ooh,
He's gonna win 21, right? Almost 21.
yeah.
I'm good by the way.
Feels razor thin. Like, I feel like ace 9 is pretty trivial, and then ace 7 is probably pretty trivial.
I think ace 9, he like, got no choice. But
He's like
ace 8,
20.
It's a fold.
He's like 25-ish, 28% against every hand except pocket aces.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
worst.
yeah.
That's like the worst he is.
And
So,
it's very hard to have pocket aces.
yes.
I don't know. It's interesting. I would be curious to see what a solver spits out.
And pocket aces might not jam sometimes. And you might prank.
That's
Ooh.
quite a bad jam, is it not?
This is like an FU kind of like you don't have it every time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
like this
raising so
jam.
much.
I think it's too wide.
Then check suited, yeah.
Well, apparently it is.
Bye-bye.
Good
Linus
300.
is going to 3-bet. What's he gonna do? He
Jam.
jams.
I like it.
I do too.
There's a call, yeah.
Oh, man.
Try to end the game right
Everyone
here.
does not care. Wow.
Yeah,
I
175
wouldn't have played
bigs.
aces there. I wouldn't have played the eights there. Would you guys?
I mean,
I
he's got.
think three-handed, I think I would, I would.
Tough spot.
I think this is okay. He's got so many chips and like Linus should be. Alright, so like Linus has probably fours, maybe threes, five, sixes, sevens. Like just that alone makes this very profitable, I think.
Okay.
And then when he jams, Davy Jones, yeah,
Yeah, he
Davy
also
yeah, he's
Jones is
just got to be so
probably,
tight.
he also has wheels too, right? Suited wheels.
When he
yeah,
rejams, Davy's just out with everything. But what's he call with? Does he call? Is he in there with queens because he covers Linus?
I think with queens, you are, I don't know. I don't know. Like you significantly increase your chance of winning the tournament at this point. ICM is kind of starting to drop down because there's three of you, you're gonna be forced to play more hands at this point.
What do
Wow.
we think Davy Jones is? I think that's the most interesting point spot here. Is what does his range look like
After
His,
the jam from the
his
big,
calling
after the
range.
jam,
His calling
and then
range.
he rejammed, right?
it went jam jam. Yeah, after
Yeah.
jam.
So I'd like to. I'm curious what Davy's range is. Like I
I
think
mean,
he can still get in there with queens.
what
Yes.
about tens?
I
Probably
would
Is
fold
not.
it-
jacks and I
I
would
know.
fold ace king.
Is this not extremely disrespectful to jam eight?
I don't think so. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I'm not folding ace king. Or I mean ace. Or yeah, Ken, didn't you say you're folding ace king?
Yeah.
If you're
I think you're underestimating how wide Davies should be here. Davies
Yeah, I
price
don't know.
should be,
That's why I'd like to see something. I'm curious. Because he
Davies
does
price
like he could
should be
just
in
finish
there.
second. Like Queens is good enough. Like, all right, I'll probably if I win, I'm in great shape, like you said. If I lose and I beat Linus, I'm still gonna be
In second.
I
in
mean,
second.
three-handed, I don't think I'm folding jacks. I don't think I'm
think you're-
folding
I think
tens.
it's probably something like ace, queen, pocket tens.
For Davy?
I'd
Yeah,
fold ace queen.
Really?
Second jam.
I mean, I think nines is too weak, but ace jack O is probably too weak. Ace jack suited probably too weak. Ace
I'm-
queen O you may throw in the muck, but
I'm
ace
The
queen
thing is,
folding.
suited.
you just have to beat you just have to beat Linus here for second place. It doesn't even really matter if you beat the chip leader. You just have to beat Linus.
Right.
So like, if you think you're ahead of Linus and competitive with the whatever his name is, you're probably supposed to be putting it in here quite a
Yeah,
bit.
because even if you beat the rejam, you don't bust. Right? You got to beat the rejam stack mostly.
Yes, you need to beat the small blind. If you
Uh,
beat small blind, you're doing very well
You
here.
have 12, 11 bigs left. You're still probably going to finish third, but
No, you'll have 20,
13 bigs.
right? You'll have 20. He only has 26, so he only has 26,
No,
so you'll have like
if-
25. Yeah, if you lose to Linus and beat
Right,
the
right,
queen in,
right.
you'll have like 25 bigs.
And just to clarify one thing from the chat to Allah, says show sim and we don't have to listen to what everyone thinks.
Yeah, I
You
like
may
to see a sim. I
need
said
to
that
purpose
earlier,
this
but
call.
LP didn't do it.
I think this one would be for HRC.
Probably. I would be surprised if you're able to find this in the Wiz. You might find something similar, but nothing this drastic.
So you guys don't want to run it?
Danny running it?
I'm gonna run it.
I'm already into it.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Where you want to go?
Move on.
Or what happened? What happened post flop on that one?
8-1, right?
No, no, this one here. He checked the 9-5. Did Davey bet? Yeah, Davey just bet one. Okay.
Yeah. Ace high, you bet a lot. Ace high boards. Heads up.
Tim still in here? I wanted to ask him a question before he left.
Davey doesn't raise.
Raisy daisy.
Mhm.
Eventually, this is going to work.
Cool.
Ooh. He doesn't take a showdown value.
Interesting bet size. He still got raised.
Jam?
He's announcing
Eh,
jam. Without
just
jam.
kidding.
Just kidding.
What did you guys think of Davey's bet with the ace high when Legend gave up the bluff?
I think I missed it. I was doing something.
Okay. It was the four. Legend had the 4-8 offsuit and bet his gut shot twice at Davey's ace 8, and then on the river when he gives up, Davey's got ace high, but he turns his ace high into a bluff.
Yeah, I missed it.
Okay.
He didn't need to do that, right?
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is gonna be a long battle, I presume.
At 2x speed, not so much.
Yeah, we're getting there.
5 minutes.
Not a lot of interesting heads up, honestly.
Me neither.
I don't know
Well,
the strategy. It will be interesting, but I don't know the strategy so much.
I posted that in the chat.
You ran out already?
Yeah.
For the which one is this? Oh, this is what his call off range is?
Yeah, so Jack's well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It has to fold tens, huh?
And some of us were advocating folding
I'll
jacks.
corroborate that shortly. Also, the ace-8 raise fold was good, like, first of all, he shouldn't even open ace-8. It's
Yeah,
ace-10's the floor,
yeah.
and then he folds ace-10 to the jam.
Oh,
Was this wasn't which ace-8 was this? What was the?
When they're far-handed, the big blind was short. Big blind rejam ace-6.
Danny has the
Oh,
HRC
right, that ace-8,
hookups.
okay. Ace-8, ace-6. He shouldn't have even opened ace-8, okay. And he doesn't open the ace-8 there because the shorty has so many rejams?
He's gonna go for this, right? Oh, no, he doesn't. He goes
oh
for it
boy.
now. Goes for a check raise instead of just a triple barrel bluff. Oh my god.
Easy call. No?
I like the small blind jams any two and folded to Scotty.
Sorry for neglecting a comma.
No, I like it without the comma. It's better.
Ooh, what a call.
Oh, that ace-8 wasn't. Oh, that ace-8 wasn't. Was on the button. He wasn't on. I thought that it was ace-8 small blind versus big blind. I remembered that wrong.
Cut off, cut off.
Oh, okay. The ace-8 that he didn't open when we were accusing him of being a cash game player. Okay.
Oh, no, not that one. That was
Because the one you're
ace-9
talking
cut
about,
off.
yeah, because
I haven't run
the
that one.
ace-8 versus the ace-6 was small blind versus big blind, if I remember correctly.
There was one that you're forgetting. Cutoff open. Davey
Yeah.
opened from cutoff, and big blind had ace-6 off, and he rejammed for like 9, and Davey
Okay.
folded. Yeah. He raised folded.
I thought that was. I know the hand we're talking about. I thought that was small blind versus big blind. I
Nope.
thought the ace-8 in the cutoff, we were having a conversation about whether he should open it, and he folded it. He open folded it. But anyway,
That was Linus earlier with ace-9.
yeah. Ace-9, yeah.
I'm gonna post
You're
something
right.
really unrelated in chat because I'm doing some stuff on the side and I found a fun range.
I also put it in chat for your memory. Scotty.
Thank you.
I can
The
find
X
it.
spot?
How they get back in here. Oh shit. Yeah, that GTA was just
Right, that's the one I'm talking about. He's in the small blind.
No, he's not.
He's not? Oh, he's not. Oh, okay. You're right. The button is not where I think it is. Okay. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. And this is the one I remembered. I just remembered what it looked like, and I had the button in the wrong place.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a thin bet.
Again,
So
totally
he doesn't open.
unrelated.
So he doesn't open this because Legend End is going to jam really wide. Is what's going to happen if he doesn't open. And Celawan is going to either lose chips, which is good for him, or they're going to conflict, and Davey has a chance to get a free step up.
Mhm.
Okay. But he still jams, but he still opens like an ace-10. Okay.
Let's go back 10 million hands. Louis, we ran the spots. Like, do you not want to learn from the work we did?
That was all, but there was a whole discussion about we should run this spot.
Let's go back to 1992. And I post something totally unrelated, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, like, Dog Ken, if anyone, he's the one putting random shit in here. At least we're looking at stuff that we fucking saw.
Danny,
Stop cursing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
what is this that you posted here?
Just a spicy c-bet range. 40 effective under the gun versus big blind. The majority of the range over bets flop. Thought it was spicy.
James, this is So I put the screenshot of the spot.
What is the line here? Heads up. What is huge? Could we rewind it?
Okay, let's rewind. Really quick for James. I put the spot and then open range, big blind range,
Oh
auto
yeah,
small
raise free bet.
if they jam.
This is Davy's range here, Dan?
The first range is his open range, yeah.
That call,
Very
that
tight, right?
Legends
Is
call
this
there
the,
seemed
is this the
Interesting call, right?
open
pretty
jam,
ambiguous.
rejam?
It's hard to follow with the chat moving so much. I know. Oh man. Zoom
Why
chat
is
is a,
C7 call?
I don't know
Is
why it always
C7
scrolls
supposed to
around.
call? On the flop.
We need to not use Zoom, man. Zoom is such an AIDS platform. Is ace-7 supposed to call on the flop?
I don't
Yeah,
like,
raise free
I don't
bet,
like
three
the call
bet,
here at
and
all.
What is
That's a
this
big-
tournament? Oh my god.
That seems,
I don't
maybe
know.
because of face, but
We have ace high. It's heads up. We have ace high. I don't
So,
know.
yeah, but it's a free bet pot,
it's a
like,
3-bet pot. And we
I
have a shitty game.
know.
and everything connects with this board.
He can float, like, it's kind of our board, so maybe he's planning to float wide and bluff very frequently.
That's what he just
And then he
did
makes a pair.
and decides to bluff anyway.
Uh-oh. Uh, yeah, I think he's got a jam now. Not Davey, I mean, but
No,
yeah. I think he's got a jam and he's gonna get looked up or what?
we'll see. Might not.
Is he gonna give it up?
Hell, look at the timer. Look at the
Oh,
bar at
you
the
have to
bottom.
jam.
He's
Surely you have
jamming.
to jam. Yeah, he's gonna snap him off. GG.
Oh, indeed, GG.
GG,
Yeah.
GG.
Best player won.
Fish. Fish wins it all. Goes to show. Be a fish, you'll win too.
is Tim still in here? Fuck.
Oh, nice selfies.
Thanks, LP.
I wanted to ask him a question. Does anybody
Thanks,
know if Tim left, Lebanon?
Oh my goodness, Ken.
What?
Okay. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody.